They never told you the secret. 6 simple foods with the power to break curses, destroy negativity, and fill your life with unstoppable energy. Stay till the end and you'll never see food the same way again. Every human being carries a hidden power inside. It is silent but strong, waiting for the moment to awaken. Most people live their entire lives never realizing how much energy flows through them. They blame luck, fate, or others for what happens to them, but the truth is everything begins within. When your inner world is weak, the outer world easily controls you. But when your inner energy rises, nothing outside can touch your peace. Think about it. Every thought, every emotion, and every meal adds or takes away from your strength. You are not just feeding your body when you eat, you are feeding your soul. The food you choose becomes your energy, your emotion, and your protection. Many people suffer from tiredness, fear, or constant setbacks, not because life is unfair, but because their energy is low. The world is full of unseen forces, both light and dark. Some call them blessings and curses, others call them energy and vibration. No matter what name you give them, they respond to the power within you. When you are filled with purity, clarity, and confidence, the darkness cannot stay near you. Fear runs away, doubt disappears, and the mind begins to shine with light. But when you neglect your inner power, you leave the door open for negativity to enter. The world may not teach this truth, but deep down you already know it. You can feel it. When your energy is low, your thoughts become heavy. When you feel pure and strong, nothing seems impossible. That feeling is not random. It is a signal from your spirit calling you back to alignment. Energy is real. It is the invisible language of the universe. It shapes how people treat you, how opportunities come, and how peace stays or leaves your home. Oh, when your energy is strong, even those who wish you harm cannot succeed. Their darkness cannot mix with your light. And here lies the forgotten secret. Food is one of the strongest tools to protect and renew your inner energy. Every bite you take either builds your shield or weakens it. The problem is that most people eat without awareness. They eat when they are angry, they eat what drains them, and they call it normal. They do not realize that the body listens to the spirit. If you eat with chaos in your heart, you invite chaos into your body. But when you eat with calmness and gratitude, your body turns that food into strength. You begin to glow from within. That glow is not just health, it is spiritual armor. It is what ancient masters used to call the fire of life. When you start feeding your inner power with purpose, the world around you changes. People begin to sense something different in you. Peace starts to follow you. Opportunities open without reason. The weight that once sat on your chest begins to lift. This is not magic, it is awareness. It is the science of energy meeting the discipline of choice. What you put inside yourself determines what flows outside of you. You are not powerless. You are not cursed. You are not unlucky. You are simply disconnected from your energy source. And that source can be recharged through daily habits that align your mind, body, and soul. The foods you eat can cleanse the fog in your mind and replace it with light. They can burn the shadows that hold you back. They can awaken a force that no curse and no negative energy can withstand. This is why what you do daily matters more than what you do once in a while. When your blood carries purity, your thoughts carry focus. When your mind carries peace, your energy carries power. And that power becomes your shield. No one can curse what is already filled with light, so stay till the end, because in this journey you will discover 6 foods that are not only powerful for your body, but sacred for your soul. These 6 are not about superstition, they are about energy and transformation. When you bring them into your daily life, everything around you will begin to shift. You will no longer feel drained or attacked by negativity. You will stand firm, grounded, and radiant. Section 2, the meaning behind daily nourishment. Every day you feed more than your hunger. You feed your energy, your emotions, and your future. Most people eat only to survive, but those who understand life eat to strengthen their spirit. Your daily nourishment becomes the foundation of your mindset and your emotional control. When your food is filled with light, your thoughts are filled with clarity. When your food is filled with toxins, your thoughts become heavy and unclear. What enters your body slowly shapes who you become. Your body and your mind are deeply connected. Every cell listens to what you give it. Every heartbeat reacts to the quality of your choices. When you choose what gives life, your body becomes a temple of strength. When you feed on things that bring chaos, your spirit loses its balance. This is why nourishment is not just about calories or vitamins. It is about energy, frequency, and intention. The vibration of food affects the vibration of your thoughts. Imagine eating with awareness. Every bite becomes a moment of creation. You are building a stronger version of yourself from the inside out. You are replacing fear with focus and weakness with calm power. When your nourishment is pure, your actions become pure. You begin to walk differently, think differently, and respond differently. You stop attracting darkness because darkness cannot exist in the presence of consistent light. Many people underestimate how much control they actually have. They wait for miracles while their habits silently destroy their strength. But transformation begins with a single choice repeated daily. So, when you eat with purpose, you remind your spirit that you are in control. You no longer chase peace, you create it. The more disciplined you become with what enters your body, the clearer your path becomes. Food is no longer just food, it becomes your language of power. It becomes your daily ritual to tell the universe that you are ready for clarity, for strength, and for unstoppable light. Everything in this universe moves through vibration. Your thoughts, your words, and even your heartbeat create energy waves that travel far beyond what the eyes can see. This vibration is what attracts or repels experiences in your life. When your energy is low, you invite confusion and negativity. When your vibration rises, you attract peace and opportunity. This is not a mystery. It is the hidden science of energy that connects all living things. The foods you eat carry vibration too. Natural foods from the earth hold a high frequency filled with life. Processed and lifeless foods carry a low frequency that drains your strength. When you fill your body with light energy, you automatically shift your frequency to match abundance and clarity. You start noticing small changes first. You wake up with a calm mind. You speak with confidence. You stop reacting to negativity. This is the power of vibration in motion. Your mind works the same way. Every emotion carries a vibration. Fear vibrates low. Anger vibrates low. Gratitude, love, and faith vibrate high. When you combine high vibration food with high vibration thoughts, your energy field becomes unshakable. You stop depending on luck or protection because your own frequency becomes your shield. Dark energy cannot stay near someone vibrating at the level of peace and purpose. Human psychology proves that your state of mind influences every decision. A clear and balanced mind attracts solutions. A scattered and fearful mind attracts chaos. By choosing what raises your vibration, you begin to master your energy. You are no longer controlled by your environment, you created. This is why discipline matters. Consistency in raising your frequency through what you eat and how you think to a fortress of strength. Throughout history, wise people understood that food is not just nourishment but a language of energy. Every fruit, every grain, every seed carries meaning that speaks directly to the spirit. The 6 foods you will discover in this journey are not chosen by chance. Each one represents a quality of strength that helps you rise above fear, negativity, and dark energy. These are symbols of clarity, purity, focus, protection, wisdom, and renewal. When these 6 energies come together, they build a shield so powerful that nothing negative can stand in your presence. Each of these foods holds a story written by nature itself. They carry the memory of sunlight, water, and soil, all combined into forms that fuel life. When you eat them with awareness, you connect to the source of creation. You begin to carry the same strength that holds the earth together. That is why people who eat with gratitude often radiate peace. They are not just feeding their bodies, they are recharging their soul. Their energy becomes calm but powerful, silent but unbreakable. The number 6 also holds deep meaning. It is the number of balance between the physical and the spiritual world. It represents harmony, order, and stability. When you bring 6 sources of natural power into your daily life, you are symbolically restoring balance to yourself. You're reminding your mind that your body is not just a machine, it is a temple that holds the light of awareness. Each food becomes a tool that reconnects you to that light. When your nourishment carries purpose, your energy transforms. The six foods are not magic, but they awaken the magic within. They remind your body of its original design to live in peace, not in fear, to create, not to suffer, and to attract, not to chase. When you honor what you eat, you begin to honor yourself. And from that respect, a new level of power begins to rise. One that no darkness can touch. The first food represents purity. It is the foundation of spiritual strength because without cleansing there can be no power. The body and the mind are like a river. When clean, they flow freely. When blocked, they create decay. Purity begins when you remove what no longer serves your group. It is not only about physical toxins, but also about emotional ones, the hidden anger, the silent doubt, and the constant overthinking that drain your light. When you eat clean, natural foods, your body starts to release heaviness that you did not even know you carried. Your energy begins to move again, and your thoughts become lighter. This simple act of eating clean once a day or even once a week reminds your mind that you deserve peace. You are telling your body that you are ready to be renewed. It is the first step toward breaking the invisible walls that hold you back. Purity also means honesty with yourself. It means choosing what gives you life even when it requires effort. When you drink water instead of what dulls your sense, you are not just hydrating your body, you are cleansing your inner energy. Water is nature's reminder that clarity comes through flow. When your inner flow is restored, negativity loses its place. That is why so many people notice peace after changing their food habits. They are not only healing their body, they are clearing their energy. When you eat with the intention to purify, you attract new strength. You begin to see solutions where once there was confusion. You begin to feel hope where once there was fear. Cleansing allows new light to enter, and that light burns away all forms of darkness. The more you purify, the more powerful your presence becomes. And soon you realize that purity is not weakness, it is the highest form of strength, because nothing dark can stay in a place that is truly clean. The second food represents protection. It builds a shield that negativity cannot cross. When the mind is weak, every word from others cuts deep, but when your inner power is strong, no curse can touch you. Protection does not come from fear, it comes from balance. When your energy is centered, darkness cannot find a way in. That balance begins with what you feed your body. There are foods that ground you, foods that make your body feel stable and alive. They come from the earth and carry its calm strength. Roots, vegetables, seeds, and grains remind your body where it belongs. When you eat them with awareness, you are absorbing the vibration of stability. You begin to feel safe inside yourself, and that safety is a powerful armor. It makes you untouchable to chaos. The secret of true protection is not isolation, but inner calm. A calm mind can walk through fire without fear. Every bite you take from the earth's strength tells your spirit that you are supported. You are part of something much larger and much wiser than your worries. When your body feels that connection, your confidence rises silently. You stop chasing approval because you already stand in your own truth. This kind of strength does not shout. It simply exists quietly but unshakable. Even in the middle of storms, it holds its ground. And when people sense that energy in you, they hesitate to harm you. Not because you fight, but because your peace is stronger than their chaos. Protection begins from within, and food can be your first weapon of peace. Each grounded meal is like a silent declaration that you refuse to be weakened by darkness, that you choose to stand in light even when shadows surround you. As the body grows stronger through grounding food, the next transformation begins from within. Cleansing is not just about removing toxins from your body, it is about purifying the energy that flows through you. When you carry emotional pain, resentment, or fear, that energy becomes heavy. It clings to your spirit and blocks the natural flow of life. But when you eat clean, pure food, your inner river starts to move again. It washes away what no longer belongs to you. There are foods that hold cleansing power because they come from water and light. Fresh fruits, herbs, and green leaves carry this vibration. They clear the fog inside you. They remind your mind to let go. Every bite becomes a quiet act of release. You are telling your body and your soul that the past is over and healing is allowed to begin. When the inner system is clean, the mind becomes light. You start to think clearly. You no longer overreact to small things because your energy is not stuck in old wounds. A clean inner space creates room for strength to grow. And that is when curses and negativity start to lose their grip. Darkness cannot stay in a heart that keeps itself pure. It gets pushed out by light. The power of cleansing foods is that it teaches your body what freedom feels like. When you feel free inside, you stop being afraid of external forces. You start to see that no witch, no curse, no evil spirit has more control than your own state of peace. Your body becomes your temple and your choices become your protection. Every meal you eat with intention becomes a silent prayer for strength, purity, and renewal. Once your inner space is cleansed, the next power begins to awaken. Gratitude. It may sound simple, yet it is one of the strongest shields a human being can ever build. When you live in gratitude, you stop vibrating in fear. Darkness feeds on fear, doubt, and anger. Gratitude changes that frequency completely. It tells the universe that you are already blessed, that you already have enough, and that your spirit cannot be shaken. Each time you eat one of those cleansing foods, take a moment to feel thankful, not just for the taste, but for the life inside it. For the sunlight that touched it, the water that nourished it, and the earth that gave it form. When you eat with awareness, your meal becomes more than nutrition. It becomes protection. Your gratitude turns into light around you, forming a barrier that negativity cannot pass. Science and ancient wisdom both agree that emotions shape energy. A grateful heart sends waves of calm through the body, reducing stress and strengthening the immune system. But there is also a deeper truth. Gratitude aligns you with life itself. It connects you back to the source where no curse can exist. A person who truly lives in gratitude is already free because they stop fighting against the world, they flow with it. So begin to use gratitude as your invisible arm. Every morning and every meal whisper thank you, even when life feels hard. The energy behind those words is not weakness, it is power. It is the vibration that pushes away darkness before it even reaches you. A grateful soul becomes untouchable. No witch, no curse, no evil can dwell in the presence of a heart that glows with sincere appreciation. When gratitude fills your heart, purity begins to rise from within. Purity is not just about what you eat or drink. It is about the thoughts you allow to live inside your mind. A pure mind creates a pure life. The foods you consume carry their own vibration, and when you combine them with clean thoughts, they become more than nourishment. They become energy, the kind of energy that cannot be touched by jealousy or hatred. Purity means removing what no longer serves your spirit. It means saying no to bitterness and resentment. It means cleansing not only your body, but your soul. When your inner space is pure, you attract people and situations that match your higher energy. This is why some people seem to walk through chaos untouched. They have learned how to stay pure, even in darkness. They feed their body with light and their mind with truth. When you eat natural living foods, you are taking in the language of creation itself. You are feeding on life, not on death. You are reminding your body what real power feels like. A pure diet builds a pure spirit because it trains you to choose awareness over temptation. Each time you resist what harms you and choose what heals you, your inner strength grows stronger. Purity is silent power. It doesn't need to prove itself or fight back. It simply radiates peace, and that peace becomes protection. Evil cannot survive in the presence of a pure soul because it has nothing to attach to. When your energy is clean, curses dissolve before they can touch. You start to notice that situations that once drained you no longer have power. Your inner light becomes your guardian, and your food becomes your sacred weapon. When purity becomes a way of life, the next step is cleansing from within. Your body carries memories of everything you have been through, the pain, the fear, the moments of anger, and the times you ignored your intuition. These emotions don't just disappear, they live in your cells waiting for release. Cleansing is not only about removing toxins from food or the environment, it is about letting go of emotional weight that keeps you trapped in the past. The foods you eat can help you do this. Natural herbs, fruits, and water-rich foods wash the body from inside like a river flowing through a valley, removing what no longer belongs. Each sip of clean water, each bite of living food is a small act of forgiveness to yourself. It is your way of saying, I no longer carry this pain, I choose freedom instead. The more you cleanse, the more you feel lighter, not just physically, but spiritually. True cleansing also means silence. It means giving your mind space to rest so your soul can speak. In those quiet moments, you begin to notice how peaceful energy moves through you. This is the space where old curses dissolve and new strength awakens. You begin to trust life again. You stop reacting to negativity because it no longer finds a home within you. A cleansed body and mind create a magnetic field of clarity. People around you start to sense your calmness even when you say nothing. That calmness becomes your shield. It protects you from dark energy and strengthens your intuition. You begin to see the difference between what feeds your soul and what drains it. Cleansing is not a one-time act, it is a sacred rhythm of renewal. Every breath, every drop of water, every mindful choice keeps your inner world clear and untouchable. When the inner cleansing begins to clear away the heaviness of the past, something powerful starts to rise within you. It is the vibration of gratitude. Gratitude is not just an emotion, it is a force that reshapes your energy field. The moment you start to give thanks for what you already have, you shift from a state of lack to a state of abundance. The curses that once seemed to follow you begin to lose their power because gratitude and negativity cannot exist in the same space. Gratitude changes how your body feels. Your heartbeat steadies, your breathing deepens, and your thoughts become clear. When you look around and whisper, "Thank you for even the smallest blessings," you open invisible doors. The food on your plate, the roof over your head, the people who care for you. When you acknowledge them with sincerity, your vibration rises so high that darkness cannot reach. It is as if you become surrounded by invisible light. This is the reason ancient teachings always place gratitude before prayer. Because when your heart is grateful, your energy becomes aligned with divine flow. You stop asking for things out of fear and begin attracting them through harmony. Gratitude is not about pretending life is perfect. It is about seeing perfection even within the imperfection. It is about realizing that every moment carries a lesson designed to help you grow. The more you practice gratitude, the stronger your spiritual shield becomes. Evil thoughts lose their hold. Negative people drift away. Opportunities begin to appear because the universe mirrors your inner tone. When your vibration hums with gratitude, you no longer need to chase blessings, they start to chase you. And that is the true secret of freedom. A heart so thankful that even darkness bows before its light. After gratitude awakens your energy, the next transformation happens in stillness. The world around you moves in noise, distraction, and chaos, but real power grows in silence. Inner stillness is not the absence of sound, it is the presence of peace. It is a state where the mind no longer fights with thoughts, the heart no longer battles with fear, and the soul finally finds its rhythm again. When you sit in silence and breathe with awareness, something inside you begins to settle. The tension in your body loosens, the weight on your chest lifts, and your thoughts start to fade into calm. This is the moment when you connect with your true essence, the part of you that is untouched by the noise of the world. In that stillness, the light of understanding begins to rise. You begin to see that not every battle is yours to fight, and not every curse deserves your attention. Inner stillness is the weapon that dissolves negativity without confrontation. It is how wise souls break chains without shouting a word. When you become still, the darkness around you has nothing to feed on. It fades because it cannot survive in. This is why great minds meditate. This is why ancient healers spend time in quiet spaces to rebuild their strength. You may not always have control over what happens outside, but you always have power over what happens within. When the storm comes, you do not fight it, you become the calm inside. This is how the spirit becomes unshakable. From stillness, you gain direction, clarity, and strength that cannot be taken away. And when you move again, you move with purpose, with focus, and with light. When stillness becomes your daily habit, your mind begins to heal itself. The noise that once clouded your thoughts fades away, and in its place grows clarity. This is the rebirth of the mind, a stage where old beliefs begin to die and new strength takes their place. You start to recognize how your thoughts shape your world. You see that every word you speak, every emotion you feed becomes energy that either builds or destroys. A reborn mind does not live in fear. It understands that fear is just imagination turned against you. When your thoughts become aligned with peace and purpose, curses lose their roots. Nothing can grow in the garden of your mind unless you allow it. The weeds of doubt, the vines of envy, the dust of regret all begin to fall away when you decide to plant new seeds. Seeds of discipline, gratitude, and confidence. The mind is the first battlefield of life. Every negative word ever spoken against you tries to take root there. But when you guard it with awareness, no darkness can stay for long. You stop reacting and start creating. You stop absorbing pain and start radiating strength. That is how transformation begins. The mind becomes the master instead of the servant. When your mind is reborn, your entire reality shifts. Opportunities appear where walls once stood. People sense your energy before you even speak. You become light in human form, grounded yet powerful, calm yet unstoppable. This rebirth is not a one-time event. It is a daily choice to rise above the lower self and live from the higher mind. That is where real freedom lives, and that is how every curse breaks without a fight. When the mind is reborn, the path ahead becomes clear. You no longer chase light because you have become it. Every step you take now carries purpose. Every breath you take holds power. The shadows that once followed you no longer exist because you walk above them. This is life beyond darkness, where peace is not something you search for, but something that flows from within you effortlessly. In this state, curses have no voice and fear has no hope. You begin to see that every battle you faced, every hardship you endured, was never meant to break you, but to awaken you. The darkness you once feared was simply the contrast that helped you recognize your own light. When you finally rise above it, you understand that nothing outside you can destroy what lives inside you. You are not a victim of energy, you are its master. Life beyond darkness is not about escaping pain, but transforming it. It is about turning every wound into wisdom, every loss into strength, and every scar into a reminder of how powerful you truly are. The foods you eat, the thoughts you think, the peace you guard, all of them combine to create an armor no curse can penetrate. You carry purity in your body, stillness in your mind, and light in your soul. This is where freedom lives. This is where your energy begins to heal others just by being near them. People feel safe around you, not because you speak louder, but because your silence holds truth. You no longer run from evil because it cannot exist in your presence. You have become a force that transforms darkness into light, and through you blessings begin to flow without end.